Welcome back to Chat English. Let's fix your Monday mornings. Did you know you only need one sentence to sound interesting in English, even if you did absolutely nothing all weekend? Picture this. It is Monday morning. You are standing at the coffee machine. Your boss walks in, smiles, and asks, "So, how was your weekend?" Your heart stops. You panic. You worry about your grammar. You just say, "Good," and the conversation dies instantly.
I used to hate that question so much. I remember when I worked in my first office, I felt so boring because my coworkers always had these cool stories about hiking mountains or going to parties, and I usually just slept or played video games. I never knew what to say, so I just stayed quiet.
That is a terrible feeling, Dave. But today, we are giving you the highlight script. By the end of this episode, you will learn exactly how to answer this question with confidence, whether you were busy or just lazy.
I am ready to learn this, Jessica, because honestly, sometimes my weekends are very boring.
And that is okay. The first thing we need to understand is that boring is just a feeling. In English, we can make any weekend sound natural if we stop doing the robot list.
The robot list? What is that?
You know the robot list. It is when someone asks, "How was your weekend?" and the student says, "I woke up at 8 a.m., then I brushed my teeth, then I ate toast, then I watched TV, then I slept."
Oh, wow. Yes, I have done that. It sounds like a police report.
Exactly. It is too much information, and it is not a conversation. Native speakers do not list every action. We use the highlight method. We pick just one thing, the highlight, and we talk about that.
Just one thing? Even if I did 10 things?
Yes, just one thing. The thing that had the most feeling. It is like taking a photo of your weekend. You don't show your friends a photo of you brushing your teeth, right?
I hope not. That would be a very strange photo album.
You show them the photo of the nice meal, or the sunset, or even just you relaxing on the sofa. That is the highlight.
I like this idea. It feels much less stressful. I don't have to remember every verb for every action.
Exactly. It is simple English. So Dave, let's practice this. I want to talk about the lazy weekend first, because I think many of our listeners work very hard, and sometimes they just want to rest.
That is definitely me. Last weekend, I did not climb a mountain. I did not go to a party. I literally stayed in my pajamas for 2 days.
That sounds amazing, actually.
Really? I felt a little guilty. I thought, oh, I am wasting my time.
No, resting is important. But if you tell your boss, "I did nothing," it sounds a little negative. We want to make it sound positive. We want to frame it as rest, not nothing.
Okay, so how do I do that?
We use a special phrase. It was pretty low-key.
Low key. I hear that in movies sometimes. What does it really mean?
Low-key means relaxed, quiet, and simple. It is a very positive way to say boring. It means you chose to be quiet.
I like that. It was pretty low key.
Yes. And then you add the highlight. For a lazy weekend, the highlight is usually about recharging or catching up.
Recharging like a battery?
Exactly. You are the battery, so you can say, "It was low-key. I really needed to recharge."
I really needed to recharge. That sounds professional. It sounds like I work hard, so I need to rest.
Precisely. It turns a lazy weekend into a necessary recovery.
Okay, I have another one. What if I just watched TV all weekend? I watched a whole season of a show.
We have a great phrasal verb for that. Caught up on.
Caught up on.
Yes. To catch up on something means to do something you did not have time for before. So you can say, "I finally caught up on my sleep," or "I caught up on my favorite show."
I caught up on my sleep. That is so true. I slept for 10 hours on Saturday.
See, that is your highlight. So if I ask you, "Dave, how was your weekend?" don't give me the list. Use the highlight method.
Okay, let me try. It was pretty low key. I was totally drained from the week, so I just caught up on my sleep.
Perfect. That sounds natural, honest, and confident.
And I used the word drained.
Yes, drained is a great vocabulary word. It means your energy is at zero, like the water draining out of a sink.
I was drained. That is a very strong feeling. It explains why I was lazy.
Exactly. You are sharing a feeling, not just a list of actions. That connects us. When you say, "I was drained," I think, "Oh, me too, work is hard." And now we are bonding.
This is really changing how I think about the answer. I used to think I had to impress people.
No, you just need to relate to people. We all get tired.
But Jessica, sometimes I actually do things. Sometimes I am not lazy.
I know, Dave, you are very active sometimes.
Sometimes. Last month, I had a very busy weekend. I had to clean my house, buy groceries, fix my car, and visit my parents. It was crazy.
That is the busy weekend. That is a different feeling.
Yes, I was not drained before the weekend, but I was drained after it.
For a busy weekend, we don't say low-key. We use words like packed or productive.
Packed, like a suitcase?
Yes, your schedule was full. There was no empty space. It was a packed weekend.
It was a packed weekend. That sounds intense.
It is. Or you can say it was very productive.
Productive is a good word. It means I did good things. I achieved things.
Exactly. So if you fixed your car and cleaned your house, that is productive. But for the grammar, we need to be careful with how we connect the stories.
The connectors? You mean like, and then?
Yes, beginners often say and then, and then, and then. We want to use ended up.
Ended up. I hear that a lot. We ended up going to the park.
Yes, ended up is magic. It tells us the final result of a situation, usually when plans change or when you just found yourself doing something.
So if I planned to stay home, but my friend called me and we went to dinner,
You say, I planned to stay home, but I ended up going to dinner.
I ended up going to dinner. That flows very nicely.
It does. It tells a mini story in one sentence. It shows a change.
What about when things happen that I didn't expect? Like if the dinner was really bad?
Then you can use turned out to be.
Turned out to be.
Yes, we went to that new pizza place, but it turned out to be terrible.
Ah, expectation versus reality. I thought it would be good, but it turned out to be bad.
Exactly. These little phrases, ended up, turned out to be, they make you sound fluent. They are much better than just saying the pizza was bad.
It adds color to the story. It's like painting with words.
That is beautiful, Dave. Yes, we are painting pictures of our weekend.
Okay, Jessica, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Sometimes I tell my story. I use the highlight method. I say, it was low key. I just caught up on sleep. And then silence.
Ah, the awkward silence.
Yes. The other person just says, oh, nice, and then looks at their phone. It feels terrible.
That is because a conversation is like a game of tennis, Dave. You hit the ball over the net, but if they catch it and don't hit it back, the game stops.
So I need to hit the ball back?
Yes, you answered the question. Now you must ask a question back. This is the boomerang.
Like the Australian toy that comes back to you?
Yes, you answer and then you throw the question back immediately. The simplest boomerang is, how about you?
How about you? That is easy.
It is very easy, but many people forget it because they are so nervous about their own answer, they survive their answer and then they stop breathing.
That is exactly what I do. I am so relieved I finished my sentence that I forget to keep the conversation going.
So practice this as one block. Don't just practice the answer. Practice the answer plus the question.
Okay, it was pretty low key. I just caught up on sleep. How about you?
Perfect. Now the pressure is off you. Now I have to speak.
And I can relax and listen.
Exactly. But you can also be a little more specific if you want to be friendly. You can ask, did you get up to anything nice?
Did you get up to anything nice? That sounds very friendly. Get up to means do, right?
Yes. What did you get up to means what did you do? It is very casual. Native speakers use it all the time.
Did you get up to anything nice? It sounds much better than what did you do. What did you do sounds like an interrogation.
What did you do? Where were you? Who were you with? Yes, that is the police again. We want to be friends, not police officers.
Okay, so I ask the boomerang question, how about you? And then you tell me your story.
Yes, let's pretend. Ask me.
Okay, Jessica, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was lovely. I actually went to the beach.
Sorry, I froze again. You went to the beach. I don't know what to say. Good?
This is the third part of the strategy, the reaction. You need a best reply.
A best reply. Okay, you went to the beach. Should I say, I like beaches?
You can, but it is better to focus on my feeling. If I say I went to the beach, that sounds fun, right?
Yes,
So you say, that sounds nice, or that sounds lovely.
that sounds nice.
It is a universal reply for good news. I went to the beach. That sounds nice. I saw a movie. That sounds nice.
What if you tell me something bad? What if you say, I had to work all weekend?
then you cannot say that sounds nice.
No, that would be sarcastic.
Exactly. If I say I worked all weekend, you need to show empathy. You can say, oh no, that sounds exhausting.
That sounds exhausting because exhausting means very, very tiring.
Yes, or simply, that sounds tough.
That sounds tough.
It shows you are listening. You are validating my pain.
Oh, that sounds tough. Did you get any rest at all?
Wow, look at you, Dave. You added a follow-up question.
I did. Did you get any rest?
That is advanced social skills. You are deepening the conversation.
It feels good. It feels like we are actually connecting, not just exchanging facts.
That is the goal. English is not just about grammar rules. It is about connection. It is about sharing our lives.
You know, Jessica, before we continue, I want to say something to our listeners.
What is that?
If you are enjoying this conversation and you want to learn more real English like this, please subscribe to our channel.
Yes, we make new episodes every week to help you speak confidently.
And if you hit the bell icon, you won't miss our next video. We are building a great community here, and we want you to be part of it.
Absolutely. Join the family. Okay, Dave, let's get back to our weekend chat. I want to talk about something specific.
Okay.
What happens when we did something, but we don't know the English word for it?
Oh, that is the worst. I once went to a place where people throw axes at a wall.
Axe throwing.
Yes, axe throwing. But I didn't know the word axe or throwing, so I tried to explain it with my hands. I looked like a crazy person.
That happens to everyone. Even native speakers sometimes forget words. The trick is to describe the experience, not just the activity.
Describe the experience.
Yes, if you can't remember axe throwing, you can say, I went to this place with my friends. We played a game. It was really competitive.
It was really competitive.
Or it was really fun, or it was a bit scary.
I see. Focus on the adjective. Focus on the feeling.
Exactly. It was competitive tells me more about your weekend than the name of the game. It tells me you had energy. You were fighting to win.
That is true. We were very competitive. My friend won, and I was, what is the word for when you are happy for someone, but also a little bit angry because you lost?
Oh, that is a complex emotion. Maybe jealous or bitter?
A little bit bitter. I was a little bitter.
See, I was a little bitter. That is a great past simple sentence about a feeling, and it makes me laugh. It makes me want to ask why. Did he cheat?
He definitely cheated, but that is another story.
This is what makes a highlight, a feeling, a moment.
I want to try another scenario, Jessica. A very common one for me.
Okay.
What if I did chores? Just boring housework. Laundry. Cleaning the floor.
We talked about productive, right?
Yes.
But we can also use the phrase running errands.
Running errands. I see that in textbooks, but do people really say it?
All the time. Errands are those small jobs you have to do outside the house. Going to the post office, the bank, the pharmacy, the grocery store.
So if I went to 5 different places, I don't need to list them. I went to the bank, then the pharmacy.
No, please don't list them. Just say, I was running errands all day.
I was running errands all day. That sounds very busy.
It implies you were moving around, getting things done. It sounds responsible.
And what if the chores were inside the house, like cleaning?
You can say, I did some work around the house.
I did some work around the house.
It is vague, but polite. It means cleaning, fixing things, maybe gardening.
It sounds very adult. I did some work around the house.
It does. And then you can add your feeling. I did some work around the house. It feels good to have it done.
It feels good to have it done. That is the highlight, the relief.
Yes, the relief is the best part of chores.
Jessica, I am feeling much more confident now, but I have a question about mistakes.
Mistakes are our friends, Dave.
I know, but what if I use the wrong verb? What if I say I go to the park instead of I went?
If you say, yesterday I go to the park, I will understand you perfectly.
You will?
Of course. I know you are talking about yesterday. The time marker yesterday tells me everything.
So I don't need to panic?
No, never panic. Communication is the goal. Perfect grammar is a bonus. If you smile and say, yesterday I go to the park, we can still be friends.
That is good to know, because I think the fear of mistakes makes me quiet.
The silence is the only real failure. If you try, you win.
The silence is the only real failure. I need to write that down.
Please do. And remember, native speakers make mistakes too. We start sentences and change our minds. We say and
That makes me feel better.
Also, you can use filler words to buy time.
Filler words like, well,
Yes. Well, actually, if you need a second to think of the past tense verb, just say, well, it was nice. I went to the park. Well, actually, it gives my brain a moment to catch up. Exactly. It is a pause button, but it sounds fluent.
Okay, Jessica, I want to play a little game.
I love games.
I want to test our listeners and myself.
Let's do it.
I will give you a situation, and you tell me if it is a lazy weekend or a busy weekend, and which vocabulary word to use.
Okay, I am ready.
Situation 1. I sat on the sofa. I read a book. I drank tea. I didn't look at my phone.
Ooh, that sounds lovely. That is a lazy weekend. What is the vocabulary word?
Is it packed?
No, packed is for busy days.
Is it low-key?
Yes, it was pretty low-key.
Okay, situation 2. I woke up early. I drove my kids to soccer practice. I went shopping. I cooked dinner for 10 people.
Wow, that is definitely not low-key.
No, that is a busy weekend.
What is the word?
Productive?
Productive is good. Or packed.
It was a packed weekend.
Perfect. And situation 3. I did nothing, but I feel happy about it because I was very tired from work.
Ah, that is the recharge weekend.
Yes, I really needed to recharge.
I think that is my favorite one.
It is the most important one for our mental health, I think.
You know, Jessica, we have talked a lot about answers, but what if I want to tell a funny story?
Funny stories are the best highlights.
But they are hard because you have to explain why it is funny.
Keep it simple. Use the structure expectation versus reality.
We talked about that with turned out to be.
Yes, start with what you wanted to do. I wanted to bake a cake.
I wanted to bake a cake. Okay.
Then use but I forgot the sugar.
But I forgot the sugar. Oh no.
And then the result. It turned out to be interesting.
Interesting is a polite word for bad, right?
Very polite. It suggests it was terrible, but you are laughing about it.
I wanted to bake a cake, but I forgot the sugar. It turned out to be interesting.
That is a perfect mini story. It is 3 sentences. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end.
And it is funny.
It is. People love stories about mistakes. It makes you human.
So I shouldn't only share my successes?
No, success stories can be boring. I climbed a mountain and it was perfect. Okay, good for you.
But I tried to climb a mountain and I fell in the mud is a great story.
Exactly. I ended up covered in mud. Everyone will laugh with you.
Ended up covered in mud. I love that.
Okay, Dave, we have covered a lot today. We have the highlight method, we have low-key versus packed, we have the boomerang question, and we have the best reply.
It feels like a complete toolkit. I feel like I have a safety script in my pocket.
That is exactly what it is, a script. You can memorize these phrases. It was low-key. It was packed. How about you? That sounds nice.
If I memorize them, I don't have to think about the grammar in the moment.
Precisely. It becomes automatic.
I want to try one more thing. I want to practice the viewer activation.
Good idea. Let's ask our listeners to do something right now.
Okay, listeners, listen to me. I want you to pause the video in a moment. I want you to look at the photos on your phone from this last weekend.
Pick just one photo, the best one, or the funniest one.
Now, say one sentence out loud about it. Use the phrase, it turned out to be, or I ended up.
Go ahead. Pause the video. We will wait. Did you do it?
I hope they did. Talking out loud is the best practice.
Even if you are on the bus, whisper it. I ended up eating a burger.
It turned out to be delicious.
Exactly.
This has been so helpful, Jessica. I actually feel excited for next Monday.
That is a miracle, Dave. Excited for Monday?
Well, excited for the coffee chat, not the work.
Fair enough. Small steps.
I feel like I can connect with my colleagues now. I don't have to hide.
Connection is why we learn languages. It is not about tests. It is about people.
It is about people. That is a beautiful thought.
It really is. Memories are like beautiful pictures in our minds, like we said in our last episode. But we need the words to share them.
And today you gave us the words.
We did. We gave you the paintbrushes for your pictures.
Before we go, Jessica, let's do a quick recap, just the main points.
Good idea.
Point 1, don't use the robot list. Pick one highlight.
Point 2, use low-key for lazy weekends and packed for busy weekends.
Point 3, use ended up or turned out to be to tell a mini story.
Point 4, always use the boomerang. How about you?
And point 5, react. That sounds nice or that sounds tough.
You remembered them all. You really are a star student today.
I took notes. I wanted to catch up on my skills.
Look at you, using the vocabulary. Catch up on.
I am trying.
Well, Dave, it has been a pleasure chatting with you.
Same here, Jessica. I always learn something new.
And thank you to all our listeners for being with us today. We hope you feel ready for your next conversation.
Yes, thank you, everyone. We love reading your comments, so please write to us.
We have a challenge for you today, a Monday mission.
Ooh, a mission. I accept.
In the comments below, I want you to tell us one thing you did this weekend, but you must use one of our special phrases.
Use I finally got around to, or it was pretty low key.
Yes, pick one and finish the sentence. It was pretty low key. I just read a book.
Or I finally got around to cleaning my room.
Exactly. Write it in the comments. It is great practice for you, and we will read them.
I can't wait to see what everyone got up to.
Me neither.
And remember, if you liked this video, share it with a friend who hates Mondays.
Yes, help them survive the coffee machine chat.
We will be back soon with more easy and natural English for you.
Next time, we are going to talk about how to leave a conversation politely.
Ooh, that is very important. I have to go is sometimes too rude.
Exactly. We will teach you the soft way to say goodbye.
I look forward to it.
Have a wonderful week, everyone. Be brave, speak up, and don't be a robot.
Bye-bye. See you next time.
Bye for now.